Right, so posture first. So let's get our feet in line with our hips, toes forward. Think about that weight-bearing triangle between the big toe, little toe and heel. Just make sure that feels nice and even between each foot. Let your thighs then relax, and then if you can place your hands from it onto your pelvis, we'll find neutral. So we're going to tilt the pelvis forward, so you just feel that tailbone lift out behind you. Then let's tuck that tailbone under, so we're flattening the spine. I need you to do that again once more in each direction. So just feel that stretch and movement you have in that lower back, in the pelvis. And then if you can come and rest in that midway position, we're resting that level, so that's that neutral pelvic position there. Drop your arms down, lift your chest up, let's widen those collarbones and tuck the shoulder blades down. We're going to lengthen the neck, so let's just visualize that little tennis ball you've got trapping between your chin and your chest there. I need you then to activate your core, so let's pull those lower abdominals or your pelvic floor in. We're going to rise up onto our tiptoes, so we're just going to challenge the balance. Now I want you to see if you can hold that tiptoe position for me then, and we're going to start scissoring the arms. So let's take a breath in. As we exhale, I want you to reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale now as we switch sides. So your right arm comes down, left arm reaches up. Let's maintain that heel lift. Now if you're struggling with that, come and bring the heels back down. You can progress as you get a little bit better with your balance. Now keep that spine aligned, so we want that spine staying still. You want the core muscle to stay active, and we're just scissoring those arms. So we inhale as we scissor one side, we exhale as we scissor to the other side. Let's see if we can keep that pelvic floor, lower abdominal muscle active then. Keeping up on those tiptoes, so you're maintaining that balance as we keep going from side to side. And we'll think about doing this once more in each direction there then. So once more, either side. And when you finish that last one, the arms come back down, we lower the heels down onto the floor. Same again now, but in a squat position. Core muscle in, let's squat down, hold that spine still. Let's now reach the right hand up there then towards the ceiling. We're going to then inhale as we switch sides. We're going to then exhale again as we switch sides again. So you're reaching up as far as you can, so you're actually starting to mobilize through the shoulder, so you start to feel the shoulders stretching. Let's keep that spine lengthened. Tummy stays in. I don't want the spine moving. Keep that chin tucked down, so don't drop that tennis ball out from underneath your chin there then. Keep going side to side. Keep the tummy pulled in. All the time maintaining a good spinal position. We'll do that once more each direction. Then we're going to think about combining those last two movements. So let's come out of that position first, back up nice and tall. Abdominals are in now then. As we exhale, we're going to reach the right hand up towards the ceiling as you rise onto your tiptoes. I want to see you then scissor the arms and switch. Now come down into a squat position. So you've got that opposite hand reaching up. Let's rise back up onto those tiptoes. So you're slowly moving those arms from one position down then to the opposite side as you go from a heel lift into then a small knee bend. Let's again keep that core muscle working. We're just thinking about loosening out the shoulders, loosening out the ankles, the knees and the hips, and all the time just maintaining that good strong core contraction. Let's do this once more. Rise up onto those tiptoes, hand towards the ceiling, down then into that squat position, opposite hand up. Let's come back into that rest position there and just give your shoulders a nice big shrug and a roll around now. So let's come and lie down on our mats now then. Your head support needs to be at the top end of your mat. We're going to come and lie down, head rests on that head support there. We're going to bend the knees, so you've got your heels in line with your bottom, arms relaxed down by your side. Let's find that pelvic neutral position, so flatten your back for me down towards the floor. I then want you to arch your back away from the floor, so you're creating that big gap. Let's then come and rest the pelvis somewhere between the two extremes, so you've got that little gap now in your lower back. You need to keep that still. Rib cage just softens down, so make sure that rib cage is now in contact with your mat. We've got that width there across the chest, lengthening the neck, so we've still got that little tennis ball there between the chin and the chest. I want you then to draw your lower abdominals or your pelvic floor muscle in. Take a lateral breath in for me. As you exhale, straighten the right leg at the same time as taking your left hand up above your head. Let's then inhale to return. Same again, opposite side then, so left leg, right arm stretches back. I want you to keep going for me side to side. Let's keep those abdominals in all the time. I just want you to make sure here that your back doesn't lift up away from the floor. So you keep and maintain that neutral position. You want to be able to do this without the core muscle switching off. So let's keep that core muscle contraction going as we switch again from side to side, reaching in opposite directions. Keep the tummy in, keep the back still. Let's think about getting both arms moving at the same time now. So continue, right leg straightens, both hands this time go back. Take those hands back. You're keeping the foot low down onto the floor. So just imagine that you're rolling that tennis ball now towards the end of your mat. So you want to keep the foot hovered just a small amount, so try not to lift it up too high. Mobilizing the arms then, so feeling the shoulders stretch. Keep going for me side to side, keep that rib cage down. I want the tummy muscles again to stay active throughout your movement. And we're just alternating which leg we take down towards the end of the mat then. Just take the hands as far as you feel you can. So if you've got a restriction through the shoulders, then just take it to that point that you feel that you can reach. Let's make your next one here your last one. Now we're going to bring the arms and legs back into our rest position, and we're going to practice our bridge now. So let's take the head block out from underneath the head. You're going to just rest your head flat down on the floor. Now if that's really uncomfortable, put a little small towel underneath your head, but you just don't want to be lifting your head away from the floor then. Let's walk the feet close in towards your bottom now. I want those abdominals to draw in. As you exhale, you're going to this time flatten your back. Just imagine now your tailbone lifting up towards the ceiling as you peel your spine away from the mat, vertebra by vertebra. You're up then on your shoulders, the glutes should be tight. Let's now inhale, we're going to pour the spine back down again. So just come back down to your mat, one vertebra at a time, trying all the time to control that movement, back again into rest. Flatten the back again, tailbone up towards the ceiling then, peeling that spine vertebra by vertebra. Make sure those glutes are tightening as you lift up into that full bridge position. Pour that spine from your back down. So we're mobilizing the spine at the same time as strengthening up those glutes and your abdominals with this movement. Let's lift up again then. So nice and slowly, just peeling away from the floor, tightening through those glutes, and then slowly pouring that spine back down, vertebra by vertebra. We're going to maintain a bridge position now on your next lift. So we're going to lift up and we're going to hold bridge. Now if you're uncomfortable, then you can come and do this next movement flat on the floor. I want you to keep your glutes as tight as you can as you hold that bridge position there, and tummy stays in. Let's float the hands towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, exhale, right hand back, left hand down by your side. Let's inhale to return. Scissor the opposite side. So we're just scissoring those arms again like we did at the start of this session. So mobilizing through the shoulders. Keep the bottom high. So you want to keep the glute muscles contracted. If you can feel your bottom start to drop down towards the floor, really give those glutes a good tighten just to lift them back up. Let's keep those lower abdominals, pelvic floor muscles working. Scissoring those arms from side to side there, nice and slowly here, so that you're able just to maintain that bridge and maintain that control there. Well done. Let's keep going side to side. Feel those glutes getting stronger. Let's do one more in each direction. And then when you finish that last one, hands back up, we're going to pour that spine back down. As you come back down towards the floor, you just want your arms just to come back down into that rest position. Walk your feet away from your bottom there, so those knees are no longer tight. And then we're going to bring that head block back underneath our mats. Now if you can check that pelvis is neutral, let's just find that neutral position again. Come and rest your pelvis level, make sure your rib cage is down, chest wide, lengthening your neck, and then we're going to again draw in those lower abdominals. We're going to do your hip twist movement now, so you can either keep your feet down, or if you want to challenge yourself, we're going to just hover the right foot, so just hover it a small amount away from the floor. Let's now exhale, drop that right knee out away to the side, keeping this left side of your pelvis down, keeping that left knee still. I want you to then inhale, coming back down towards your mat with that right leg, lifting up your left side now, keeping your tummy in. Let's exhale, drop that left knee away from your right, keeping your pelvis level, and you want to exhale as you drop out, and then inhale to return. So it's more of a challenge having this foot hovered, but I want you to be careful is that you don't lift your foot too high. So let's visualize that tennis ball again, keeping your foot just resting on that tennis ball then. So just that sort of height is enough just to challenge your abdominal muscles. We're dropping out, keeping the pelvis level. So let's think about that spirit level. Keep going for me side to side, keeping your tummy in. We're going to make your next one here your last one. So let's come back into that rest position. Left leg to finish off, dropping out as far as you can control, and then coming back into that rest position. Abdominals are in, right leg now into a single tabletop position. I want you to straighten your knee for me now, so you're reaching your foot towards the ceiling. Let's draw some circles on the ceiling there. Imagine a pencil coming out of the top of your knee. The left leg stays still, pelvis stays level, and we're just circling that leg around as far as we feel we can. So you can make these circles large if you can control that movement, or make them small if you need to just really think about keeping your pelvis level. You want the knee as straight as you can here, so that we are again getting a bit of a stretch down the back of the leg, but make sure all the time that that pelvis stays still, abdominals are in. Let's just do one more circle on this right side. We're then going to switch to the left leg. So if you can drop your right foot down there now and lift up the left side into a single tabletop position. Straighten the knee. Let's circle round again then, so smooth as you can. You want to be able to just keep these circles in control then, so just visualize your hip joint as being a ball and socket joint. So you're just circling that ball round in its socket, so keep control of the hip. Pointing the toes up towards the ceiling, keep the knee straight and keep those tummy muscles working. Again, we'll do 2 more circles on this left leg, smooth as you can. We're going to switch back again to that right side, so drop the leg down, right leg back up, knee straight, circle round again on that ceiling. Concentrate on keeping your core muscle tight, so let's keep those abdominals in. Try not to press down through the arms, so your arms stay relaxed. Smooth as you can with your circles. We're just going to do another 2 now on this right side, and then I want you to switch back again to that left leg. So right leg down, left leg into tabletop, tummy in, straighten that knee so you're stretching through the leg, and then we're circling round. Let's keep that pelvis still, abdominals drawn in all the time, making sure that we're not wobbling from side to side as we draw these circles. Let's again do 2 more then on this left leg. And then I want you to come and drop that left foot back down onto your mats there. Now we're going to just hover the foot down now. So we're going to continue with these circles, abdominals in, but this time you're going to reach your foot down towards the end of your mat. Let's hover it there now and draw some circles. So you want to make sure here that your back's not lifting at all away from the floor. You're just going to keep that again as smooth as you can. Keep the knee as straight as you can, keeping the tummy muscles in. Now if you're finding that this is too challenging, you can go back to that first level that we tried. But let's just do 2 more. On this right leg, that leg's going to start to feel heavy now. Bring that right leg back in, tummy in, straighten out the left leg. So again, you're just challenging yourself to the point you feel comfortable with. So if you find that this is too much of a challenge, go back a level. Make sure your back's not moving. We're circling round, smooth as we can, then keep that spine level, keep those abdominals working. Just another 2 on this side, then we're switching back. Last circle, bend that knee back in, switch back again for me then, core muscle in, straighten out that right leg, smooth as you can with these circles, so you're keeping that foot low down towards your mat, so just hover just a small amount there. We want to keep the back still all the time that we are moving. Last 2, right side, and then we're going to bend that knee back in. Let's do the same then on that left leg to finish. So tummy in, keep your back still, circle round for me this left leg now, keeping that right leg still, keep the pelvis and the spine in that neutral position. Smooth as you can, last 2 circles. And when we've finished that last one there, then we're going to come and bend that knee back into that rest position. Draw those abdominals in, maintain this neutral spine, right leg back into tabletop. Now straighten that knee. Let's lower the foot down towards the end of the mat. I want the foot down on the floor now before you slide it back in. Do the same on the left side, left leg into tabletop. Keep the tummy in, keep your back still. Let's lower that foot down, slide it back in, smooth as you can, then keep switching for me side to side. I want the back to stay neutral. I want those abdominal muscles to be working. Let's keep switching here, side to side. We're going to stretch through the back of the leg as we straighten the knee. So try if you can and get that as straight as you can so that you are maintaining some flexibility through the back of your leg. Keep going from me, right to left then. Pointing that foot up towards the ceiling, slowly lowering it down, heel back in towards your mat. Let's keep those abdominal muscles working then all the time. In terms of our breathing technique then, we exhale, straighten, lower down, and then we inhale to slide that heel back in. Keep those abdominals working as we do one more on each side now then. And then this left one is going to finish off our last one on our back there. Slide that heel back in towards your bottom. We're going to now come into side lying. So bring your feet and knees together. I want you to roll onto your side then. You're going to then come and bring this bottom arm out underneath your block. So let's just get positioned here. Now I need you to have your heels in line with your bottom here. I want the hand on top of the pelvis. Let's find neutral.